Hello, everybody. Libby Pease from Listening Tree Studio and Coaching. And as you can imagine from the shamrock sitting right next to me, this video is about St. Patrick's Day. Whee! Okay. So, some of you may not have celebrated St. Patrick's Day before. Some of you might have had a lot of fun already with St. Patrick's Day. And I just wanted to do this video just to add a little bit of information. You might already know it, you may not. If I've missed anything, please feel free to put it into the comments so that we can just keep it going and make sure that everyone gets as much information as they want about St. Patrick's Day. So, St. Patrick, who was he? All right, so he's the patron saint of Ireland. And how did he come by that? Well, he was actually a young man he was born and raised till the age of 16 in Britain. So he was of Roman descent in Britain, so he was an aristocracy there, and he was actually abducted at the age of 16. So he was stolen from his parents' property when he was only 16 and taken to Ireland to become a shepherd or whatever they wanted him to be. And he was there for 6 years. So he spent a significant amount of time there. So from 16 till about 22, right? And eventually he made his way back to Britain. And when he got there, sorry about that. So when he got there, he decided that he was going to dedicate his life to the church. And he became a priest. And when he became a priest, when he was ordained, he decided at that point that it was really important for him to go back to Ireland. So the 6 years that he had in Ireland were significant for him, significant enough that he decided that he wanted to go back and bring the Christian faith to the people in Ireland. And it's kind of interesting because when he went back, one of the things that he was basically told to have done was to get rid of all of the snakes in Ireland. And this is figurative, not literal, because Ireland never had any snakes. The water is just too cold for the snakes to have gotten over to Ireland. So that was more of a figurative removing of snakes from the island of Ireland. So why the shamrock? Why is the shamrock involved with St. Patrick's Day? Well, it's also been told that St. Patrick decided to use the illustration of the shamrock to explain the Trinity. So how many leaves do you see on the shamrocks that you see out there for St. Patrick's Day? 1, 2, 3. Significant, eh? What else has 3? Well, in the Catholic faith, the Trinity is also involved in there. So Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, and how they're all connected as one. So he used the clover, the shamrock, in order to illustrate how they could be 3, but also 1. So that's also the reason why the shamrock is involved with St. Patty's Day, because it was one of those amazing connections. Also green. Now, I know in this light I may not look very green, but this is a green sweater. It's a green wool sweater. Shamrocks are green. Ireland is called the Emerald Isle, but it's more to it than just that. Also, color represented things, especially back during the time of St. Patrick, because not very many individuals of commoners were literate. So color had meaning. Green was for the Catholic faith. Orange was for the Protestant faith, and I stress orange right now just because I grew up in rural Ontario, and I always wondered what the orange halls were. I was always wondering why they would name a hall after a fruit, but it's not a fruit. it orange represented the Protestant faith, so it was just a representation that that was a safe place to be able to gather for individuals who were Protestant. So the colors are significant as well. So when we wear green on St. Patrick's Day, it's representing, yes, Ireland, but also the Catholic faith that St. Patrick represented. And where does all the beer and the celebration come in? Well, during Lent, individuals were admonished to avoid alcohol and other certain kinds of foods. And Lent is that time period before Easter. So you were to give up something during that time, and more specifically alcohol and certain foods. But during the celebration of St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, which is said to be the day that St. Patrick actually passed away, those restrictions were lifted. So just like any other restriction, if you've got a day that you can actually eat what you want and drink what you want, you're going to take advantage of it. So that's where the celebration of St. Patrick's Day comes in. It becomes an entire celebration, including parades. So if you want to participate, and I'm not saying you have to, I'm just saying if you want to participate in St. Patrick's Day this year, some of the amazing things that you can see are parades, lots of people at pubs enjoying Irish music, enjoying the Irish culture. I just say, avoid the green beer. Really avoid the green beer. I say this from experience. Avoid the green beer. But, you can enjoy yourself. Check out those parades. Montreal in Canada has one of the longest standing St. Patrick's Day parades. I think it was from the 1700s, that has been going constantly every year since then. New York has a very large one. Any city or country who has Irish immigrants and who has Irish history, I do, okay, Irish, English, Scottish, I'm kind of a British mutt, plus some Polish in there, or half Polish in there. All of those countries that have had Irish immigrants because of the Great Potato Famine will have the tradition of St. Patty's Day in there, as well as some other really, really amazing cultural pieces. And I'm not going to attempt an Irish accent because I have too many friends who are Irish and who would laugh me silly and then give me a call. So we won't be doing that. But, take an opportunity to go out there, learn a bit about the Irish culture. If you've got more information that you want to add here to this video, that's great. And I'll look forward to seeing your comments. If you have any questions about Listening Tree Studio and coaching and what I do, feel free to take a look at my website, which will be posted below. Or you can give me a call at my office number, which will also be posted below. Thank you so much and enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. Bye.